Okay, hi everyone, I'm Jiun and welcome to my channel. The thing is, I have recorded, or I was recording this video with my camera, and for some reason it died. It doesn't work. It doesn't want to work, and because I really want to do this video, I'm recording with my cell phone. So sorry if it doesn't look good or if I have to check it. Anyway, yeah, as you can see, this video is going to be a bit different because this will be a hand revealing video. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you are thinking. It's been long since my last video, and well, the thing is, just to make it short, I have lost the energy, the passion, the motivation to create videos. So it's been very hard because it's not just in the channel, but in other things too. So I'm not an expert, but I would say that it looks like when you feel depressed, when you don't know what to do, or you don't want to do anything, and when you want to do something you feel that there are obstacles and you think what for. So yeah, it's not, it has been hard even until now. It's like thinking what for, what's the point of creating videos, or what's the point of spending time in editing, and what do I get from the videos, and what do I provide from the videos or with my videos. So anyway, um, and another obstacle that you can hear in the background, it's very noisy. Well, maybe not now, but sometimes it's very noisy. And I want to create a video that is nice, that you can hear my voice well. And sometimes it's very noisy, and it's just I don't feel motivated to create like that. But anyways, now I have the energy, and yes, just to give an update, if you know that in the channel I have like 2 or 3 challenges. One of them is reading the SF Masterwork collection, and I have read 3 within the year. And the other one is reading all the books in the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett, and I have read them all. Yes, I finished. I read the 41 books. Yes. It was fun. It was entertaining. It was very funny. I would say that most of them were good, but I would say that just 2 were awesome. Okay, and a couple of them were like just okay. But in general, the series was very, very good, and I really enjoyed. I didn't love it to the point to feel I want to reread them, but maybe just 2 of them would read. See, it's very noisy. Anyways, yeah, I finished it. I'm happy for that. It took me 2 years, and now I want to do other things. So I don't feel rereading them. I don't feel reading them again. Maybe 2 only. Mort and Thief of Time. Those were my favorite ones. I'm not sure if I have the energy to create or to continue creating videos. So in that series, so I am not sure what's going to happen with the channel. I'm not saying don't worry, I came back for good, because I really, really don't know. But now I have motivation, and I have the energy. Even if I was recording and I had to record again, I have the motivation to record. Today, as you can see in my in the title, I will show you all my books in my physical TBR, and I just wanted to show you this. Although I have finished this book, this is not in my TBR anymore. Viewpoints Critical by Lee Modesitt Jr. I just wanted to show you because look at the cover, beautiful, right? This is a collection of most of them science fiction, but there are some fantasy stories. It was fun, but I mean, it was fine, but okay only. Not as great as other books. I think he has. I think he has a couple of fantasy series that I want to read. Okay, first I will show you the books that I have received as gifts. This is Forest. Oh, sorry, the light. Forest of Ruin, if I'm not wrong, by Kelly Armstrong. I think this is a fantasy book, but the problem, this is the third book in a trilogy, so I need to get the other two in order to read this one, so it will be a bit hard to read it yet. Another one is March of War by Bennett R. Coles. I'm not good at names, okay? This is a hard military science fiction book. The cover looks awesome. It makes me feel I want to read them. Yeah, read them because this is the third book in a trilogy, so I have to get the other two first in order to read this one. Then I have Dream of Me by Fern Michaels. I think this is a romance. I'm not sure, but I read everything. I'm not in mood to read a romance by now, but this is in the TBR, of course. And finally, I have this hardcover book, The Marriage Pact by Michelle Richmond, I think. This is a thriller. I'm not sure. I think this is about a couple that enter into this kind of club, and but then when they see that there are things that they don't like, they try to escape from it or get out from it, and they can't. So it looks very interesting, right? The Marriage Pact. Okay, those are the books that I received. They were given my family-in-law, and now I will show you the books that my wife chose, and of course I will read them. The first one is the Norton Half. Look, in the previous video, I read them all. I read all the name because it's very long. Just you read it, please, because it's very hard to read them. Horton Halfpot. Okay, I will leave it like that. I think this is a mystery book. I'm not sure if this is for children or teenagers. I'm not sure, but I'm always interested in detective books, so it looks promising. Then I have Scumble by Ingrid Law. This is a book that I have no idea what it is about. I don't know anything. I think this is for children or teenagers, maybe. I'm not sure. I think it's for children, but it looks interesting anyway. Then I have Then I have Romancing the Divine, a story about true love by Don Norrie. I think this is a collection of I'm not sure, but I think it's a collection of stories about God or how some people were touched by God. I'm not sure, okay, I'm not sure, but it's interesting for me, of course. Romancing the Divine. Then I have the Daniel Fast for Weight Loss by Susan Gregory. As you can see from my hand, I'm very skinny, so I don't need to lose weight. But I think this is a book in relationship with how Daniel the prophet fasted. So it's like a mix between having a good health, eating healthy, and the connection of fasting with God. So I'm very interested on this one. Then, especially for the season, Santa in a Stetson by Janet Daly, I don't know. But I have read this book, which is romance, if I'm not wrong. It's not about Christmas. I think at the end of the book you will read about Christmas. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if I will read it. If I'm going to read it this December on this month, but I'm interested in reading it someday, at some point. And finally, the last days of Jesus. So this is about a summary of his life, especially about the last week of his life. And by now I'm very interested in reading more about Jesus, connected more with my faith and my belief in God. And this is gorgeous. It has many images and some I think drawings, yeah. And so I'm very interested in reading this book. When? Well, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. And finally, these are the books that I chose, okay? The first one is Empire Builders by Ben Bova. I know the author because I read probably a year ago, I'm not sure, Saturn by Ben Bova, and it was awesome. I really enjoyed that book, and so I bought this. The problem is that this is a second book in a duology, and what I have asked is that I can read this and enjoy it without reading the first one. So, but I'm not sure if I will wait to get the first one, if I can get it, because these books I got them from a second hand. By the way, all the books that I buy are second hand book. So I have to find the first one in order to read this, or maybe I will just read it. I don't know. Let's see. This one, if I'm not wrong, this is the oldest book in my TBR, physical TBR, Dread Empire's Fall. And this book is part of a series called The Sanderine, I'm not sure, by Walter John Williams. And the problem is that this is the second book in a trilogy. Actually, I think the whole series is 7 books. I'm not completely sure. But this is the second, so I need to get the second first. I mean, the first one, and then I'll be able to read this one. I know nothing about this book. Okay, so it looks interesting, of course. Then I have this one that it caught my attention because it's like a vintage book, Worlds of the Imperium by Keith Lomer. I'm not sure about the name. This looks very old, and it's very thin actually, if you can see here. And I don't know, anything about science fiction is always interesting for me, so I will read it, of course. Then I have a book that I have been wanting to read, or a series that I have been wanting to read since long. And this is the first book in the Foundation series, if I'm not wrong. And this is not part of the original trilogy, but it's the first book in chronological order. Prelude to Foundation by Asimov. So I want to read this, of course. When? Again, the question, right? When? I don't know. But I'm very interested in these two. I'm actually interested in every book. This one, oh my god, I'm very interested in reading a Star Wars book. I have watched all the movies, and I am interested in the books. The problem is that I want to read them in chronological order. So if I do so, this book is like number 90 or 91. The good thing that this book, Jedi Search by Kevin J. Anderson, is the first book or volume in the Jedi Academy trilogy. So I can read it without problem. But if I want to read it in a chronological order, then yes, of course, I have to wait until I have the other 90 books, which is impossible. Oh my god, I just turned on the flashlight. Okay, maybe it's a sign that I have to read it. Then I have this book that I have heard good things all the time. No one has said anything bad about this book, or well, as far as I know, Watership Down by Richard Adams. And I know that this is an American classic. And all I know, I still don't get anything, but all I know that is about rabbits. Why this book is so beautiful and important in the American history of classic books, I'm not sure. But of course, I want to read it. Then, let me see, what do I have here? I have The Sharing Knife, which is the volume 1. Good thing, because I think this is a long series. Not sure if 3 or 5. No, I think 5. By Louis McMaster Bujold, which is a very known person in the fantasy world. So, but I have read that this book is more like romance than fantasy. I'm not sure, but just because it's volume 1, I mean, right? And what else? Let me see. Okay, this is a heavy one. This is heavy because it's kind of thick. 400. All Clear by Connie Willis. Okay, this is part of a series called the Oxford series, I think that's the name. I'm not sure. I have read the first one, which is the Doomsday. It's about time travel, and I really enjoyed that book. So of course, I want to continue the series. The problem is that All Clear is the 4th book in the series. Actually, you can read what I know is that you can read the first book, the Doomsday, and enjoy it without reading anyone. I think you can read the second one, which is all about the dogs or some. It's something like that, something about dogs, and you can read it without problem. But in this case, there is another book before this, which is the 3rd book, called Blackout, if I'm not wrong, and you have to read the Blackout, and then you have to read All Clear in order to understand. I think this is about the Second or the First World War, and yeah, when it's about time travel, I really enjoy. Yeah, the Doomsday book. Yeah, that's the name. The Doomsday book is a winner of the Hugo or Nebula Award. So I have to continue reading, right? Then, okay, I have bought these books, and I'm not sure of the order. I think that's first, this is second, and this is the later. I mean, this is not the first, by the way. I bought this first, okay? And this is the 4th book in the series. I'm not wrong. Drums of Autumn by Diana Gabaldon. And then I found this, and I don't know why I thought this was the first book. Now you will hear the roosters, okay? I thought this was the first book, but no, it's the 3rd book. And then I found, oh my god, the light. Then I found this. Okay, let me take it out. Then I found this, A Breath of Snow and Ashes. This one and this one are a second-hand book, and this is new. But the problem is that it has been kind of damaged, I think. I don't know what happened. So it was cheap. That's the thing. It was cheap, and I'm I really feel motivated. Oh my grammar. I want to read the Outlander series. I think there are 8-9 books. I think they will be like 10. I'm not sure, but I'm really interested. But yeah, I need to get number 1 and number 2 before reading this. Then I can read this, I think. Yeah, and then this. No, I have to read another one and then this. So it's a long way yet, and they are huge. They are like many pages. Wait, because I have a mess here in my room. And what else? Okay, two more. I bought these two for my birthday. One is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, which I know that is a classic. It's kind of chunky, a bit only. And Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, I don't know. If you remember one of my old videos, I had this challenge that I wanted to kind of study reading a book, right? And I chose Wuthering Heights. So the idea was that I was reading a book and I had to take notes, and then yeah, this is the time that roosters will start. Okay, that's it. What can I do? And I was saying that the challenge was reading Wuthering Heights and taking notes, right? And I was doing that on my computer. The thing is that I liked the idea of taking notes, but I really hated the execution. I liked the idea, but I hated the execution. I didn't enjoy doing it on, so I stopped reading the book and I stopped taking notes, of course. Now I got the book and I want to read it without taking notes, just enjoying the book, right? I think this is a drama. What I have read, I think I have read like 8 chapters only, probably 8 chapters. I'm not sure. It was a drama. I don't know what is this book about. All I know that it's about London and Paris. That's why it's 2 cities, but I'm not sure. And this collection is really gorgeous. The problem is that there are too many and I don't have money. Finally, and this is the last book. Oh, okay, this is a chunky one. Les Miserables. I don't know how to pronounce this in French, right? Les Miserables. And I have already started reading, but if you see, my progress is like nothing. I read and I do no progress. But you know what? I really enjoy this book. I am really enjoying this book. The way that Victor Hugo writes, it's like a poem. It's beautiful. So I'm really enjoying it. So for December, I will be reading this book, which is a chunky. I don't know why people feel scared to read chunky books. I understand that they are long, so it's a long commitment, but it's like reading any book, right? Look, almost 2 of these books. So it's the same. Anyway, that's all for now because the roosters are starting to do Google. What? I forget. I have forgotten the word Google Doodle Doo. Well, that's it. Anyway, sorry for the length video. Sorry for the noises. Sorry for the edition because I won't edit. I don't feel editing. And I hope you have enjoyed this book. If you have any comment about any of these books, if you think that I have to give priority to some of them, if you think that I don't have to read some of them, you can comment and leave me your ideas. That's it. That's all for now, and I hope you have a nice day. It's like a Voyager book, right? Kind of the same. Thank you very much. Bye bye.